Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Nadia and I'm interior decorator. This video is dedicated to color schemes because no matter what we want to renovate, if a room or an entire apartment, we need to decide what color scheme we like to apply. So, in today's video I want to share with you one of the most commonly applied black and white with some shades of gray and with some pinch of red. So, if this topic is of your interest, then keep on watching. The total black with white and red, wisely balanced, can create a dramatic and glamour atmosphere. Without any doubt, black has returned to be in trend in our interiors today, or maybe it has never left the world of interiors because at least in the last 2-3 years, many projects are based on 50 shades of gray and dark moods. Black is decisive, is profound, dramatic, and monopolist without compromise. But at the same time, if we introduce a little bit of the white, it may be the pure white or it may be a warmer tone, like for example the milky white, to contrast the blackness and then intensify it with a beautiful red, well, the union between these three colors will be spectacular. Of course, the proportion between these three colors matters, but in any ways they will always look graciously together. And remember that a pinch of gray, and it depends on the shade of the gray, will balance up and smooth the entire composition. In this sophisticated modernistic color scheme, all wanders around the black, which will be enlightened by the presence of the white color on inserts and doors, but also can be introduced with complements. This achromatic and minimalistic scheme will change the look and warm up with receiving a little bit of the red, which can be cooler or warmer, and smooth out when adding a pinch of the gray. Now, in order to obtain an intense glamour appeal, you need to wisely choose the surfaces and the materials that will cover them. So, keeping a neutral color scheme without variations, we can choose the flooring in a gray marble, like for example Bardiglio Nuvolato that I have here is a very neutral color, light. But if you want something more interesting, I would suggest going for Fior di Bosco, which has more veining. While if you prefer more deeper and more intense atmosphere, I would suggest going for something like brown, deep brown, like this one, which is Emperador Dark marble. I would not suggest going for black marbles, like for example Nero Marquina or Sahara Noir, to avoid getting an interior that will be too obscure and a little bit more like a catacomb. But this is very, subjective, so you choose what you love the best. Just place all the finishings nearby just to see the contrast that you will obtain and imagine, or maybe better, recreate a 3D design just to see how much it covers and how much you get of the intensity of the marble and of each of the colors. If you prefer wood, then choose a parquet that is in a color that is a deep brown, maybe a cooler deep brown with some veinings. Nevertheless, if you prefer a soft flooring, then choose a big carpet in some of the neutral colors, like for example it can be a gray color, it can be a white color, just something that is maybe a little bit more textured, maybe some woven carpets or something that is maybe in cotton fiber with a mix of others. But choose it big. It must cover and present itself as the entire surface of the room. That will give you more atmosphere, that will give you more space, will enlighten and will enlarge the scale of the room visually, of course. To intensify and bring more brilliance to the composition of the room, I would suggest some, for example, red curtains, maybe in a velvety wine color that is very deep and it recalls a little bit the black magic, so it will be perfect. Or maybe in some black satin finish, it can be another option. It is always a win mixing different textures and surfaces. So for example, for the upholstery, maybe for the bed or for the armchair or for sofas, for different items, choose something maybe in soft velvet, like for example this one that is very soft and velvety. It's a cotton velvet. And then something that is more rubber of a texture, like in boucle or maybe a wool or maybe leather. So something that is more textured. And this one, for example, along with this one, you can see that placed next one to another, they create the play of finishing, and together they go very, very harmoniously, So introduce also some metallic details. Choose different ones. I would not exclude any of the finishings. Just balance them up. It cannot be too much of one and too little of other, or just an explosion of many different ones, because it would look chaotic unless the room is so big that you can create different areas, for maybe one for conversation, one is more for the relaxing, there's maybe the dining room. So if all of that is in one interior, then you can play a little bit more. But if not, try to keep it, I wouldn't say low-key, but I would say it more balanced, and stick to 2 at maximum 3 main colors, and add something else just to play a little bit and create a little bit of more visual interest. Now, as finishing on details, I would add a little bit of black matte, for example, that is always beautiful. Then something that is chrome and it reflects, it reflects the light, so it's always beautiful. And then maybe something in brushed gold, why not? I mean, along with the red and with the black, it will look very, very good. So feel free to experiment by adding different textures and finishings to diversify the ambient and create something that is different, balanced in interior. Well, the eye will love to travel around and look for something, what is next and what is here and what is there. So, the interest of the room must be exquisite, and altogether that will, bring something different into your life. More colors, however, more textures and, diversity, which is very much appreciated when you can have something that is, of curiosity and that is enriching the world of experiencing the living in your own home. And as cherry on top, I would absolutely recommend you add at least one iconic design objects on your interiors, which will bring the entire style to the next level. So if you don't know which are those iconic timeless design objects, I would suggest looking on my channel, YouTube channel. There are a selection of many videos that I have already made on different timeless design objects, and there are so many others. Design icons are truly particular pieces for the interiors of our houses and also for offices that were created by, spectacular architects and designers and artists, and many of them signed a particular shift in the interior design world. So maybe some changed the design, maybe others were changing the structure of particular items. So they marked a change and an upgrade and a differentiating from, all the rest. So that's why these pieces have become iconic. Most of them have won different prizes from the interior design world, like Compasso d'Oro and Best of the Best and Red Dot Best of the Best, and other prizes that actually confirm that these designs are unique, are particular, and that they deserve to be appreciated even more, So that was all for today. At last, remember that these are just some of my recommendations, and what I showed you are just some, ideas that can give you just simple, spots of ideas to use when you need to make a change in a room or in an apartment. So you need to find out a starting point. So from that one, you know, the world of interior design is rich in texture, in materiality, in forms, you know, in objects. Therefore, you are free to choose everything you like. And thank God, today we have so many producers. Some of them are more exclusive, the others are on the average, but in any ways, you can have, you know, the means and the possibility to, you know, create the house of your dreams today. And that's something that is very much appreciated. Thank you for watching. That was all for today's video. Let me know in the comments if you have questions. I'll be happy to answer to them. And I invite you to subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos like this. I will, you know, I'm new on the platform, but I will try to, you know, perform and do my best, because my wish is truly to share, you know, the things that I know and the things that excites curiosity, and that all of us can use today for creating in simple steps the interior of our dreams. And that's the main, you know, object of this channel. Thank you for watching. In the meantime, stay safe, stay well, and we shall see each other on my next video. Ciao! Mwah.